Okay, so today we have Morrissey and Tony the Pony for another Morrissey Friday. So this song, looking it up and seeing, videos on it, and apparently, seeing that Morrissey does not like the song. In fact, at a concert, he said it's the worst song in history. So, I mean, I'm very intrigued. I want to hear what this sounds like. I want to hear, what's going on. Because I see some people commenting, that the song, they like it and all this stuff. So anyway, let's see what's going on, talk about it after, and let's go. Fade away. All right, so Morrissey and Tony the Pony. I just can't get over the title. I mean, I don't know, the rhyming. Maybe that's why Morrissey hates it. But I have to say off the top, like I said off the top when it started, has a jump to it. I was gonna say her. Anyway, the song has a jump to it. Almost like a rockabilly, vibe for me anyway. I mean, Morrissey has done that, has had that vibe before, but also, I mean, it's catchy as all hail, and the whole thing, Tony, Morrissey has that kind of obviously, I was gonna say he has that "I told you so" voice, and I mean, he says at the end, I'm not gonna say "I told you so," but I told you so, and yeah. So it just the whole thing, it's an interesting lyrics. I mean, I'll get into the lyricism here because again, there's not too much that I see about it on the internet because again, I guess maybe it's not so much hyped up because again, Morrissey has talked about how much he doesn't really like it. But the whole ththing, talking about a big brother, and a nagging big brother, you're on the corner, you're still in the corner drinking and all this stuff, and it's just like, I'm trying to warn you of what's going to happen and all this stuff. But anyway, and also, I guess also I just want to say that I've seen people say a couple comments here that, Morrissey's talking to himself as well. And I mean, he's done that before as well. But yeah, so anyway, I've seen some people, the whole thing about, it's it's like a terrible thing, but I mean, it has a strong, obviously Morrissey's vocals are strong, like always, the melody is there, strong vocal melody when you're talking about vocals again. And I just wanted to see, hold the phone. Wanted to see the about on genius.com like you usually read. It's just a short one. That's what she said. But anyway, it says, Tony the Pony was included as a bonus track on the US version of Kill Uncle. It was omitted for the 2013 reissue that saw other songs added in its place. So there again, adding to the whole thing that Moz isn't a huge fan of the thing. But, it is a very interesting song. I mean, I'll say, it's not, not one of his best. I mean, you're not going to, it's not up there with Suede Head or Every Day's Like Sunday or a Smith's, best song or whatever. But I don't think it's terrible. I mean, like I said, the melody was great. I loved, the kind of rockabilly feel I got, jumping. It has a dancing, it's danceable. It's a danceable tune. And again, even though the lyricism is very kind of, again, kind of, the whole thing about Tony the Pony, I told you, I warned you, all this stuff, it still kind of, has that beat that makes you want to kind of move around. But also, what I, surprised me was, Morrissey swore in the song. And I have seen people also say that, he didn't say, when it says here, what do they call you now when you're free outside, so cold and hard and in control, and we ride on fucked up Tony. But I've seen some people explain in the comments, on YouTube here, he would never, he's never said the F word in a song or whatever. But I mean, that's what, I see a lot of the lyrics, lyric pages for the song. It has effed up on every page that I'm on. So yeah, I mean, that was kind of, different because again, I don't think I've heard Morrissey swear in a song, even going back all the way to reacting to the Smiths. So I was like, that's that was a little surprising. But yeah, and just looking at the lyrics, I mean, just to read them again, I guess, just to see what's going on here. Like I said, some people saying it sounds like Morrissey's talking to himself. It also sounds like in the song, I mean, if you're just taking it like at face value, that like Tony's talking and then the big brother seems to be talking back or something like that. But anyway, still drinking on the corner. Just don't say I didn't warn ya. Always nagging big brother. He's only looking out for you. Or maybe it's just the narrator, I guess. I don't know, looking at this story as well. So many interpretations, I guess. Tony the Pony. You're still standing on the corner. Don't say I didn't warn ya. Old and jealous big brother. You had your time and you spent it crying. It sounds like a Friday night. For me, anyway, no, Tony the Pony. So that's what they call you now when you're free outside. Also, this gives me like, also because of the whole pony thing, it gives me Pony Boy vibes from The Outsiders, which, is a book and also a movie. But, with Pony Boy and how he had a big brother as well. And, Derry, I think it was. Derry. Anyway, I remember Patrick Swayze played him in the movie. Anyway, but, Derry was looking out for Pony Boy or whatever. And, yeah, that whole thing. So that comes to my mind as well, just reading these lyrics again. But anyway, I digress. It goes on again. Why do you always want to stop me from doing the things in life that make me happy? And when I'm outside with friends laughing, why do you always want to stop me? And then the next part, I would never, but you will carry the can for anyone. There's a free ride on gullible Tony. So again, it sounds like Tony's kind of naive or whatever in the brother's eyes, I want to say. And then I like the part here, you're drunker, quicker, and you're sicker, even quicker. It's kind of hard to say, so fast or whatever. You try to say that 5 times fast. Anyway, well, something heavy is going to fall on you. So then there's some friggin', something heavy is going to fall on you. Well, my goodness. I don't know. And what do they call you now when you're free outside? So cold and hard and in control. And we ride on effed up Tony. I will never say I told you so or how I knew that something bad would happen to you. I don't want to say I told you so. Oh, but Tony, I told you so, I told you so. And if you've ever seen the Trailer Park Boys, that reminds me of Ricky when he's saying I told you so. Anyway, to Julian, I think. But anyway, yeah, that's a Canadian thing. This song, again, like I said, I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's the worst song in history. I don't know what the worst song in history is. I mean, that would be... I'd have to, go back, I'd have to listen to some terrible songs or whatever. I believe it would be a song that nobody's heard, really. That would have to be the most terrible song in the world. But, just the whole, like I said, interesting lyricism that I've seen many people, interpret different ways. But for me, if you're just talking about, a big brother looking out for his little brother and, saying, and how he said, the part, something heavy's going to fall on you. And then it goes on how he says, I knew something bad would happen, that something followed him, all this stuff. And, drinking on the corner, I told you to stop doing that. And, in the little brother's eyes, it sounds like the big brother is obviously just, negative and all this stuff, always nagging and all this stuff. And then the big brother's eyes, it seems like he thinks old Tony the Pony is pretty naive. And, so that's all that really comes to my head. And like I said, again, I get that image of from The Outsiders or whatever, watching over your little brother and all this stuff. And so I really enjoyed it. I have to say, the vocals, like I said, were strong. From Kill Uncle, the Kill Uncle era, which I guess it was, again, it was on the US version, I guess, but then omitted in the 2013 reissue. So Morrissey's kept up with, not liking the track very much. And just the whole aura around the song is very interesting, and I'm just intrigued by it. But again, it doesn't really make sense to me, and maybe people will make comments here, make a comment in the comments about what they think, why you think it's so terrible that Morrissey hates it so much or whatever. But again, it's not like a Golden Lights, Smiths thing to me. That was obviously the worst Smith song. I mean, I think everyone has said. I thought this was, like I said, it had a jump to it, and I enjoyed, listening to it. I didn't want to turn it off. But anyway, that was my, my 2 cents. Anyway, very interesting. And I guess that's all I got to say. So there's a fly just flying around me. I don't know what the hell is going on, but he keeps landing on me. But anyway, thank you for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting, all that stuff. Again, let me know what you think in the comments about this track, because again, I'm intrigued. And just seeing, people say, that they've gone to a Morrissey concert and they've heard people shout, "Do Tony the Pony," and then, him saying, "I will not." So that kind of thing, it just makes me laugh. But anyway, thanks again for watching, and thanks for all the support, and I will talk to you guys again soon.